Hey there everybody, it's Verity here from Inkybutterfly.com. Thank you so much for joining me again today for another card making video. We are going to make this card today. I've just shown my daughter this card and what do you think of this? And she's absolutely blown away by this. She really likes it, so I'm going to give it to her because she is simply fantastic. So don't tell her that though, she won't even hear this on the video. So but she really liked this, and she helped me pick out the colourway that we're going to do with the sample card today. But this one is a lemon lolly card base, and I've brought lemon lolly in on the flower centres there, and these ones are flirty flamingo with some granny apple green. And whether you can see, whilst those flowers are going to look white, I've just given them a little bit of colour, and I'll show you how I did that. And we're going to be using this wonderful stamp set called Mixed Florals. I've used this one before and done some nice colouring with that, so I'm going to use this image today, and it's got coordinating dies to go with it. And then this is one I haven't used on screen yet, called Everyday Arches. Actually I have used this one. I used it for the Stamp Around UK, didn't I? Or one of them was a travel theme, was Stamp Around the World video hub. I used this for the travel theme, but I didn't use the dies. So you get all of these lovely stacked arched dies, which are just amazing. It's really cool. I'm going to take out the third one down there. That's the one we're going to use on our panel. The white layer is the next size up, so the number 2 there. Okay, but loads and loads in there, and they go really small, so that one's only teeny tiny, so lots of flexibility with this one. And of course they will coordinate with various aspects of the stamp set, which is amazing. Lots of travel sort of emphasis on there. Good for scrapbooking, I would say. Okay, so this is what we're going to do today. So let's get cracking on this then. What I'm actually going to do, I'm going to do my stamping so that I can make sure it's all dry. This is a piece of basic white for my main image. Just pop that to one side for now. So we're going to use Balmy Blue as per my daughter's choice. So I've got a Balmy Blue card base there. I've already die cut the white layer, and I'm just going to use some Memento ink to stamp this sentiment, and I'm going to give it plenty of room to make sure I can get the die around it, so it can go towards the bottom of this, but I'm going to sort of put it around there, which means I've got movement, wriggle room if you like, both north, south, left, right. Okay, and we'll just pop that on. So with these curved stamps, just if you pop them onto your desk face down and let them sort of relax and make sure that they are in the shape they're intended to be. Isn't that beautiful? And then we'll die cut this in a minute. I just want this to be completely dry before I run it through my die cut machine. Okay, so we'll do that in a minute. So we'll leave that just to one side there, just to dry. Okay. And while that's happening, we will also use the Memento ink, water-based ink, so that we can colour this with our alcohol-based markers. So we'll do some light tapping over the image, make sure it's well coated. And we can press that down. Just firm pressure, it's not giving it CPR or anything, we're just pressing all over it, holding it down, letting that ink transfer, and you'll get a really beautiful stamped image. Okay, beautiful. So things that we're going to keep the same then. We're going to keep with Granny Apple Green for the stems here. Okay, so we're going to just go over these little skinny ones with some colour. This is the darker marker. Okay, and then down these other ones, sort of keeping to the right a little bit, but it's so skinny, not going to see too much of that anyway. So just go with it, just apply some colour to those stems, and then I'm going to apply the dark ink to kind of the underside of the leaves, so the bit that's facing down or tucked away. It's going to have the dark element, so this bit's underneath, so we'll go that. This bit and this bit. It doesn't have to be super neat. Yep, okay. And then we'll go in with a lighter marker and just fill in the remaining part of those leaves. Okay, it's quite subtle, the effect that you get, but it's better than it being flat. And it doesn't have to be complicated. I think sometimes people get a bit sort of daunted by having to blend colours, and you know, that was just colouring in a very specific way. It's just doing some lines down one half the leaf and the other half of the leaf. Okay, so don't worry, it doesn't have to be complicated. These flower centres, flat colouring in with the light marker here, and the artist has put in these little speckly things here. So all I'm going to do is use the dark marker and just do little circles just where those dots are, and that's all I'm going to do. I'm not going to go back with the light marker or anything like that. All I'm going to do is that. You might want to do 2 coats if you want, but nothing more complicated than that. Okay, now this bit's a little bit more fancy, so we're going to do a little bit of shading on these white petals, just with a smoky slate marker, but just like we did with the leaves. I'm just going to pop a little bit in where those petals, or just down the centre if there's no obvious place where those petals overlap. I'm just putting a line of this marker. That's what I'm doing. Just a little bit. And then we're going to use this colour lifter, which will kind of disperse that ink a little bit and sort of make it less of a line, or blend it out. Right, let's zoom in a little bit. Oh no, other way. See if I can get you close enough to see what I'm doing. But I'm going to go over that smoky slate ink and then go out towards where the light is. And the idea is that it will diffuse that colour. These bits that go down the middle, I'm going to start at the base of the petal and do little teeny circles all the way out. And again, that's got it all sort of damp with alcohol, so that colour will sort of bleed out. The same with this one. And it will look a bit strange until it dries. There's little circles. But you'll find it will absolutely lighten up and make those lines a little less obvious. feel like it needs more just to help it, then put some more on. This one's going down this way, so I'm just going to go fan this one out that way, and this one. When you're using a lot of the alcohol, even on the Memento ink, you might find that the Memento bleeds just a smidge. But it won't bleed a lot. Okay. I'm going to do the same with this little guy. Just like I've just done, but the petals are smaller. Just go over that. Little tiny circles on this one. And this one. It's very relaxing. Flip that one round now. There we go. So hopefully you can see that that's really nice and diffused now. It looks a little darker at the moment, but this one's had a bit of time to dry. See how much lighter that one's become now? It's very subtle, but it's there enough to make a difference. Okay, so that's how I gave the petals that sort of white look, even though they're coloured in. And then for the contrast colour, I used pink on the other one. I think I'm going to go with purple. Now, what colour is this one? Is that Freesia? I might go Highland Heather actually, or whatever this is. Yeah, Highland Heather. So a bit like we did before, we can drop in some colour into the centre. And again, this is really, you know, nothing technical about this. I'm just putting a spot where those little black dots are from the artist. And I think I'll just use the dark one. And again, just to diffuse it a little bit, if you go around the centres with your colour lifter, that'll just make it all blend out and soften. Okay, and it's just a hint of that colour just coming through there. Hopefully that comes across okay on the camera. It's hard to tell from this angle looking through the viewfinder, but hopefully you can see that. That's okay. Okie dokie. So this needs to be cut with the coordinating die, and we're going to do a little bit of surgery on it as well. As it is, this will just make it fit better on the card, but I don't think you'll notice. Okay, and then hopefully this other thing is dry as well while we've been doing that. So this is what we're aiming at. So we'll run through the this image. Oops. Oop. Can't pick it up. There we go. So there we go. That one's done. And then we can do our arch as well. So again, we're going to use a bit of we'll need a bit of tape to help position this. So I'm just going to take those off there. And obviously I want that top arch shape to line up not worried about what happens at the bottom. The bottom can do whatever it needs to do. I want to make sure this is right, so I'm looking for the dot on the eyes here and non-fantastic, looking that it's even down this left hand side here, and that looks good to me. So we'll just pin that down to help send that through the die cut machine. Just going to put it on the plate slightly wonky just to make sure. It just helps to roll it through if you've got it, you know, what the shape sort of leads in, if you know what I mean. Let me just grab this. There we go. Oops, just put that to one side. And voila. Okay, and we've got our white piece here as well, so let's pop those together. So we'll just use a bit of seal to layer these. This little pierced border is really nice. There we are. And then we can add this to our card. So make sure it's even left and right, and then top and bottom. That looks good. Now, when I went to put this on, I was looking to get, you know, want to be able to see the writing, but as you can see, this bit covers up some of the wording. Okay, so I cut it off and I repositioned it. So we're just going to in fact, what I might do this time is, no, because that's stem, like, yeah, okay, let's just do it. No, I'll stick with what I did. I went around this bit and just fussy cut that out. Okay, and that'll be yours and mine little secret, and then we'll just tidy this up. Okay, and we've got this other little piece here that we can use as well. So that's going on, that's got a dimensional on it, and then we'll pop some dimensionals onto this guy. Through there, and one down the bottom, just to keep it all nice and stable. So now that's going to be able to go snuggle right into that sentiment and frame that off. So we'll just whiz those off. Love dimensionals. Decided not to add any additional embellishments or anything, so just wanted the image to do the work here. And then this guy I just tucked in here like it was always supposed to be there. Okay, just magic. And then just for the inside, we'll grab our balmy blue ink that coordinates with the card base, and we'll just pop a bit of scrap down, and we will just add a bit of that image to the inside. There, that'll do, just to give it that you know, continuity onto the inside. And that is it, we're done. Okay, love this bright yellow of Lemon Lolly, but it looks really nice in the balmy blue as well. Really cute card. It would look nice in I think it would look good in the freesia, all the subtles basically. I think that would look really nice. Bubble bath, fresh freesia, beautiful. Okay, so that's my card for today. I hope you've enjoyed it, and there was a couple of tips in there with the colouring and, you know, doing a bit of dye surgery. I hope you've enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Do stay safe, take care, and I'll see you again soon. Bye bye.